to remind me and to remind you actually that I know how to read. And just to prove that, and to prove, a bit of a taster of what I've got coming up. So what does that say?
Jokes.
Okay, good, I've got the right book. So, does anyone ever get that feeling of wanting to change their opinion to see what a big group of people think?
Yeah.
Me too. Yeah. I'm normally very easy to please though. I don't mind the gap between the train and the platform, so I do often get hit by a lot of trains. Very painful. But I do sometimes have arguments. I was having a conversation with a friend and I had an argument. And he tipped my water on the floor and I was angry, but I was also thirsty, so I had to just suck it up. I was reading recently that music therapy had been trialled for treating narcissists. They started on some basic scales, do, re, so, fa, la, but after a while it just turned into me. I was on the tube the other day, I was on the underground, and someone came up to me and said, "Hey, I've seen you. Have you been taking a bunch of things from the railway?" I said, "I don't know what you mean." He said, "Have you stolen a bunch of those things that trains go on?" And I said, "To be honest, I've not been keeping track." I'm not a dog person, and I'm not a cat person, but I do have a hole in my back door, because I am an angry person. Thank you. It's sort of that quality for the rest of the set. And I'm not saying that I never follow through on things. Okay, next joke. So, I read somewhere that practice makes perfect, and I used to think I was really bad at dominoes, but everything's falling into place now. I was having a conversation with a friend the other day, and I said, "Lorcan, I love the way that you mispronounce French cities." I said, "Nice." I was talking to the same friend. She said, "Lorcan, you're too agreeable." I said, "Okay." Yeah, I bought a book on breathing the other day, and it was inspirational. And then it was expirational. And then it was inspirational. And then it was expirational. And then it sort of collapsed. Oversized playing cards. What's the big deal? Thanks. But speaking of cards, I was talking to a friend the other day, and he said, "Lorcan, let's play some cards." And I said, "What should we play?" And he said, "Oh, let's play spades." I said, "What's spades?" He said, "Oh, it's a brilliant game, spades. You're going to love it. Spades. It's a bit like bridge. It's brilliant, spades. I'm actually really good at spades. I'm fantastic at spades. I'm going to win at spades. I'm going to beat you at spades." And I thought, not if I do so first. And I hit him in the face with a shovel. And I've already done one joke about gambling. Am I going to do another one? All bets are off. Oh, no. I was going to say all bets are off, but yes, I did another one. And between you and me, there's this bit. Area. So floods in bathroom showrooms make me realise why life is described as sink or swim, because it is very difficult to swim when you're trying to carry a sink. But I've done jobs. I've done a bunch of jobs. I got fired from my job at the grease factory because I found it hard to grasp. Thank you. I then got a job trying to become a bell ringer, but I struggled learning the ropes. I was fired from my job as a chiropractor, but I was sort of glad. The work was backbreaking. And I tried to become a town crier, but that's not just a job; it's a calling. And look, to people who don't understand empathy, the feeling is mutual. A friend offered me a bed made of stone the other day. That was hard to turn down. My friend told me he had his soft cheese stolen. I said, "How dare he, Lee?" And I'm going to leave you with something a little bit different. Well, actually, no, I'm going to do another joke very quickly. My dad always used to carry the weight of the world on his shoulders. He was a door-to-door Globe salesman. But I'm going to leave you with another thing. I'm going to leave you with a bit from my diary, because I feel like a lot of people try to start with diaries, and people have diaries that go on for years and years and years, and I feel like my diary needs to be a bit more aspirational, because this is genuinely what I've got in my diary, and it always starts off strong. I've probably started about 5 different diaries. January 1st, 2018. It's New Year's Day today, so I thought I could kick things off by starting to write a diary. I don't know if I managed to keep it going longer than a couple of years, but I'll try and write an entry every day. And then the next entry is from May the 2nd, 2018. It's been a while, but but I'm really committed this time. I'm definitely going to keep writing a diary. I'm going to do an entry every day. January the 1st, 2020. Okay, so that didn't happen. But I'm definitely committed to writing a diary this time. And then I kept going for a while. And then something happened in 2020. I don't know what, but so this is the rest of the book. But I'm gonna get there eventually. But yeah, I've been Lorcan Jeffries. Thank you very much.